Today we talk evolution versus revolution on Horsepower Every Day. Good morning, folks. LT with Horsepower Every Day. Just wanted to have a quick chat with you this morning as I'm on my way to work because I'm not one of those big-time YouTubers just yet, so I got a job to go to like anyone else. I wanted to take a quick moment as I make my way to work here to talk about evolution versus revolution. Specifically, different models of vehicles as they're being made for each upcoming year, especially the muscle car market. You may have seen this image not too long ago, unless you've been under a rock. Basically, that's a spy shot of the Camaro that's supposed to be for 2019. And it got me to thinking, are car companies churning out new models or new revisions too fast? Let's take the Camaro, for example, as we started with that spy shot. Now, let's go back to 2008, 2009, well, a little further than that. I want to say 2006, 2007, where we saw the concept of the fifth generation, of what would be the fifth generation Camaro for the first time. We all loved it. We fell in love with it. Even if we had our doubts, it was pretty much solidified when we saw that beautiful yellow Camaro roll across Transformers. At least it was for me. Not really sure how it was for anyone else, but for me, that was what did it. The car was released in 2009, late 2009, as a 2010 model, and it went all the way to 2013 in the fifth gen model that it was when it was released. After 2013, for 2 years, it had a revision, had a revolution. They got rid of the mailbox slot on the grille, which I actually wasn't too particularly a fan of, but you know, you want to make the car sleeker. It had a wider open lower grille, and I guess they learned benefits of air coming in from when they made the ZL1 2012, 2013, and they changed the tail lights. Wasn't really a big fan of that. However, once I saw a 14 1LE, I was okay with it. I was good. I actually thought it's acceptable. I could deal with that. Then come 2016, we get the sixth generation, as we are all currently dealing with right now. We are in the generation of the sixth generation of the Camaro. And of course, that led to new models like the V6 1LE, the remodeled ZL1, which of course is basically the supercharged version of the 2SS. And we even now have a ZL1 1LE. What I like about the sixth generation is that it showed that GM was listening to their customer base. All the little idiosyncrasies that they may not have thought of with the fifth generation, they applied it to the sixth generation. Even so much as moving the cup holders more to the side so that if you have a manual, you can easily shift gears without bumping your arm over anything. I thought this was great. I gave them a lot of credit for it. I liked it. I still love my fifth gen, you know, but hopefully one day I hope to get a sixth gen ZL1, preferably a 2017, so I can get the little 50th anniversary badge on it. Now we have this spy shot here of a 2018 or 2019 model, and look at the time frame. 2009 to 2015, we had the fifth gen with one revision. Now we have 2016, and we're going to 2019, you know, and we are now dealing with a possible new revision, you know, 16, 17. It's taken them less time to do a revision on the Camaro, if that's what that is. Will this be the seventh gen? We don't know. At least not yet. It could be a revision of the sixth gen. But the question that comes to me is, does it seem like the car companies are churning out new models or new revisions too fast without enough time to let what's currently out there grow on you? Now, don't get me wrong. I live in the world of technology. I am a big fan of technology. My job occupation requires knowledge of technology. It's what I do. So I'm always about innovation. I'm always about pushing the bar forward. I'm always about that next step where technology makes our lives better. but I'm still against Skynet, so we don't push it too far. However, cars are a whole other thing. The average person that will buy a car will end up probably having that car more than likely an average of 10 years. In that time, nowadays, you will see 3, maybe 4 revisions of the same vehicle. Now, mind you, 2009, the concept that became the 5th gen Camaro, that was an evolution. We hadn't seen one since 2002. We wanted the Camaro back. There was the issue of the auto industry financially suffering, and our previous president, I don't know why our current president is taking credit for this, but our previous president bailed out the auto industry. We could talk about that and the Wall Street stuff, and we can do that a whole other day. But because of that, they've been able to innovate and do more, and they were able to bring us incredible vehicles like the Camaro, like the new Mustang, like the Challengers, you know, the Chargers. Although I don't know why they went from a 2-door to a 4-door Charger, but it's been here now. Folks haven't had an issue. We're accepting it. We're cool with that. I'm fine. But it just makes you think, you know, will we have time to appreciate what we have now? But I also look at it from the other side of everyone is different, and in the scope of individuality, you know, having different models of the same vehicle or different versions of the same vehicle does propose that, much like ourselves, our cars have individual traits that appeal to us, you know, which gives us an eclectic diversity, if you will. And for that, I am more inclined, regardless of whether they have done too many revisions or not, I'm inclined to appreciate it, because as we are all different people, we all bring different benefits to our global community. And I think our cars do that as well. They're an extension of us. They're part of us. Some people, yes, they do only look at them as a means of getting from point A to point B. But for the car enthusiasts, for the folks that actually do love and appreciate their cars, it's an extension of us. It's a part of us. It's no different than holding a pen or being able to use a sword. It's an extension of us. It is an extended character trait about us. Tells folks a little bit more about us. Some people sometimes get that message wrong, and they think certain things of us. However, we've all been judged incorrectly at one point or another. It is what it is. But we also sometimes let the stereotypes and the kind of hype that goes with these vehicles define us. So if we buy a BMW or Mercedes in this country, oh, we must be a big shot. We must be doing big things to afford something at that level. However, if you're in the country where it's orange, if you're in Germany, those things sell like Camaros or like Ford Fusions. Get one of those for $25,000, $35,000 depending on the model, and it's nothing for them. So your perception of who you are varies where you are globally. But do I think there are a lot of revisions going on? Yes. Although I will give credit to Dodge. Dodge has done very little to change the Challenger specifically since they brought it back around the same time as the Camaro 2009, 2010. They have made subtle changes, but in the end, it's still pretty much the same car. You know, they want to keep with that muscle persona, and I give them credit for that, because it shows that they are true to their roots. And I'm not saying GM and I'm not saying Ford are not true to their roots either. Don't get me wrong. I love my car. I love the evolution and revolution of the Camaros. Hell, my car has been signed by Al Oppenheiser twice. But I also do appreciate the other car companies that stick to their roots as well. So, but just something to think about. We're keeping it at a sports car, muscle car, you know, level, because horsepower. But that can apply to anything. That can apply to a Honda Civic. But that being said, I hope you enjoyed this quick little chat. Like, share, and subscribe. All my information will be in the description. Hope you guys have a good day. And as always, it's all about that horsepower.